this video, I'm going to be going through my entire workout and explaining some of the most common questions that I've gotten in my 10 years of coaching clients. Hopefully they let us in the gym and actually let us film, so God willing, we'll see you guys in the next clip. It's nice and quiet here. It's good. Yeah, it's more than last time for sure. Can I just... Hello. Can I get a day pass?
Oh, he does look familiar. You need a day pass.
Hi, are we allowed to record in here as well? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate it.
No, for the report.
All right, so I'm starting with foam rolling, guys. There's more people in here than I expected, but so basically, the thing about foam rolling, so there's been research that's shown that the benefits as far as mobility goes, there's not a whole lot of significance, but the thing is, like, placebo is a real thing, and anecdotally, I find that before my workout, if I foam roll a little bit, it's kind of like a recalibration or a calibration in a way, where I can kind of feel if I've got some tightness in areas, and I know that, okay, maybe I'll have to warm that area up a little bit more, right? So I kind of just start with the posterior chain, start with my hamstrings, then I get to my glutes. A lot of times I'll feel some tightness in my, kind of the side of my hips, and then so that'll let me know, like, okay, I may need to warm up my hips a little bit more. So get the other side, and it's really pretty quick. A lot of people, they act like foam rolling is this huge chore. It takes me like a minute and a half to get through it. So then I get to my low back. A lot of times as well, I'll start feeling some pop, and it's almost like you're giving yourself an adjustment. Like when you go to the chiropractor, it's like I feel a nice big pop always on this one right here. Oh, feels really good. So it's the technical term for foam rolling and doing stuff like this before the workout is self-myofascial release. So you're breaking up the fascia, and it can make you a little bit more loose to get into specific movements for your workout. Then I get up to my traps, kind of get the lats a little bit more loose, because today we're doing back. So we're doing back, rear delts, and a little bit of abs. All right, that's it. That's all there is to it with the foam rolling. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. So the first movement we have is the rack pull. All right, and something I wanted to say about warming up is a lot of people think you need this long, extensive warm up. If you're doing something like upper body, and I'm doing back today, I'll do a couple of shoulder movements before I get started in some of my movements here. But on the rack pull, really all I'm gonna do is do the movement itself for a couple of lighter sets. Okay, so I'm starting with just 135. I'm gonna hit this for about 10. I'm gonna hit 225 for 15, and then I'm gonna get into my working sets. Okay, so here we go with this. All right, so a little gym hack. I've just started using this recently. It's liquid chalk. So even if a gym gets kind of upset with you if you get chalk everywhere, this stuff's a major key, because it's not gonna be messy at all. You just get it on there. It's really interesting. It's like, comes out liquid like that, and then you just rub it on your hands, and it kind of turns into powder as it dries. So kind of can't see it for a little bit. Then you can kind of start seeing it. It's hard to tell, but it makes your hands nice and sticky and nice and grippy for the bar. But we're doing 225 for our last warm-up set, and then we'll show you guys the working sets right after this. One of the most common questions I get is, like, when do you start using a belt? Should I use a belt? Is it gonna affect the way I work my core if I wear a belt? So that's a pretty common misconception, is thinking that you're not gonna engage your core as well if you use a belt. And I hear a lot of people say, I'm gonna wait until a certain point where my core is strong enough, and then I'm gonna start wearing a belt. When in reality, you can actually engage your core better against a belt. So I highly recommend, even for complete beginners, start wearing a belt. It's going to keep your core actually working better, and it's going to keep your back nice and healthy and stabilized. So going into my first set, this is a 365 for my first set of like 6 to 8, and then I'll have some more stuff in the next set to kind of go into with you guys. Let's go ahead and get it. All right, so a good rule of thumb when you're doing upper body or lower body is starting with your big compound movement. So that's why I'm starting with something big like rack pulls. Okay, so I wouldn't start usually if I'm doing like, lat pulls, which I'll do later in the workout, because smaller movements, if you just are destroying those muscle groups and really isolating, is going to affect these big compounds more than these big compounds are going to affect those isolation movements. So I wanted to say that. And then also a common question I've gotten is like, what is the difference / pros and cons of doing rack pulls versus deadlifts? Okay, so I'm doing rack pulls on a back day because it's gonna be a lot less hamstrings and glutes focused. And I can really just try to focus on working my back, kind of getting that back thickness. As opposed to on deadlifts, that's for sure for me gonna be on leg days. So that's kind of the difference between the two. But let's go ahead and get this second set. This is 385, gonna get 6 to 8 again. Also focusing on really squeezing at the top to work on the traps and the upper back. Let me get one more. Okay. Just like I do with my clients, I'm going off of TrueCoach. All right, so this is what I use, my fitness app with all my clients. So I highly recommend, even if you don't have a coach, like go off of an app so that you can, know exactly what to do, put in the results, and track that progression from workout to workout. So I'll be kind of walking you guys through that as I go. This is the last set, 405. I'm gonna go for 6 to 8, and then we'll go on to the next exercise. Stop there. All right, guys, so I wanted to explain, so you're probably noticing I'm doing a back, abs, and rear delt day, so it's pretty specific, like mostly one body part. Sorry, I'm out of breath. But basically, it matters where you're at in your training experience, what split you do. I've got a whole video on this. I can put it in the comments below. But if you're a complete beginner, it's gonna be better for you to either do upper, lower, or full body and hit your muscle groups more frequently throughout the week. All right, for me, I'm still hitting back twice a week, and that's what you want to try to aim for. You want to try to hit your muscle groups twice a week. And it's just going to be easier for you if you're a complete beginner to do either upper, lower, or full body to get that frequency in. Because if you're more advanced, like me, maybe you have 6 days that you're going to the gym. I'm going 5 right now, and I'm still hitting my muscle groups twice a week. Okay, so you can split up a little bit more. But if you're a complete beginner, most of my clients, I've got them on either full body or upper, lower so that we can get that frequency in. All right, I'll see you guys in the next clip. All right, so you'll notice on my back day, I have a good mix of both horizontal and vertical pulling movements. So we've got a good mix of those. I'm still going through my compounds in the beginning. Just did dumbbell rows. We started with hack squats, rack pulls. We're about to do lat pull down. So this is our first vertical movement, working more on the lats. Okay, so you want to both get the lats so you can get that wide back, and you want to get a thick back, get that back density with the horizontal movements. The big back. Yeah, and so I'm on a bodybuilding specific program right now. I even have my own coach right now, guys. So this is why you can't just like see, you know, YouTuber or Instagram influencer or TikToker like going through a workout and just be like, okay, that's for me, right? That's the benefit of having an actual coach, so that you can kind of get diagnosed where you're at in your lifting journey, what your goals are, and be on a specific program designed for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the next movement. I'll see you guys in the next clip.
Yeah, it's maybe just to get that switch in air with that takeoff. So that's what it is.
All right, guys, so I superset a lot of my movements. Once I get past that first 1 to 2 exercises, I'm usually trying to superset the whole time. Keep the heart rate up, be efficient in the workout. Lots of benefits. It's not really gonna cause any detriment to your workout if you're supersetting opposing muscle groups. So I'm doing my lat pull downs right now, and I'm gonna do some abs, start hitting the abs, and we're gonna do hanging leg raises with the Roman chair. So we're going right here. All right, so we're moving on to the next superset. You guys will notice I'm alternating the vertical and the horizontal pulls. It's good to do it like that so you're not just hammering the same part of the back every single exercise you're doing. And we're still doing compound movements. So we're gonna do rows, seated cable rows, and we're gonna superset that with an ab machine movement. So just like I said with the back, we're hitting different angles. We're doing the same thing with the abs. We're doing kind of hitting the lower part of the abs with what I was just doing. Now we're gonna be hitting kind of the upper part of the abs with the ab machine. So see you guys in the next clip.
Now pull it down. Right here. Pull it down. You go in here and curl it down. Head straight, pull it down. When the head comes down, you should feel all of the...
All right, so we got our last compound movement. We're gonna do one side at a time. It's important to incorporate unilateral movements, just meaning doing one side at a time. Exercises like that to make sure that you have you're getting rid of any asymmetry and you're making sure each side is symmetrical, because one side could start compensating for the other if you only do both sides at the time all the time. So I've actually found that I've got an asymmetry. My left lat isn't as developed as my right. So we're gonna be doing one arm lat pull-ins, hitting a really good squeeze. We're gonna try to bring that elbow all the way to the hip on both sides, higher reps on this one. So we'll show you guys this exercise. I've got just this one more isolation movement. So you'll notice most of my workouts are centered around compound movements. All right, so we just got this. We've got one more isolation. I'll kind of wrap things up with you guys, maybe explain 1 or 2 more things. And we'll leave it there. So see you guys in the next clip.
No bad heart feelings.
All right, guys, so we got our last exercise for the day. It's really the only isolation movement technically for the back. We're gonna do lat pulls. I mean, we've been doing some isolation. Obviously the abs is just one muscle group, so we've been isolating that. It's our last exercise. I want you guys to pay attention how close I get to failure on this last one. I see a lot of people go through the motions in their workouts. They don't get anywhere near failure. Guys, you're not getting anything out of that. You've got to add the stimulus to your muscles for them to grow. Okay, so research has shown you don't need to go to complete failure. That's gonna cause your recovery to take a hit from workout to workout. But if you get 1 to 2 reps near failure, you're gonna get the benefit, pretty much the same benefit as you would as going to failure, but you're gonna be able to recover a lot better. So pay attention to how close I get to failure on this exercise. I'll see you guys in the last clip. That was to failure. That was to failure for sure. As I'm in the middle of a gym with people, but I'm gonna give you a kind of a physique update, posing. Trying to learn my posing. I actually just met with my posing coach this morning. So So let's see how we're looking. So we're gonna be right here. Okay. Okay, so that's how we're looking, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. Camera's gonna die soon. Basically, all I have to do is stretch, and that's gonna be it. We've got people coming in here. Sorry, we're getting out of y'all's way. Sorry about that. So, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Elevate every damn day. Hope this was helpful for you. Comment if you got any questions. If you like this type of video, let me know. I can do another one explaining a different body part. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Elevate. Only obligation is to tell it straight.